Ladies and gentlemen, hi. Welcome to the State of the Channel video for February 2023. Did you ever think we'd make it this far? I didn't think we'd make it this far. And not just because of my poor life decisions. Mostly those, though. But not totally. We got a lot to go over today, but first, I want to let you know we are... excuse me. Maybe very first thing in the morning was not the time to do this. We are looking at a game called Raji, the Ancient Epic, today. This is a game that I am kind of planning on either streaming or let's playing in the near to distant future. I know that really narrows it down, but it's one that showed up in the humble stuff, and I don't know, just I am interested in Hindu mythology a bit because it is, you know, physically and metaphorically very foreign to me. I really enjoy, I don't want to say the artwork and the music of the theology. It sounds weird saying it like that, but I find it interesting. Being the anti-theist that I am, I do find this kind of stuff interesting. You know, I like this kind of thing, and I don't think we're getting a big lessons. You know, I imagine that this would be akin to Jesus Christ Superstar, the game, if such a thing were to exist. But it looked good. It plays really nice. Kind of a Death's Door-ish. When we had a lot of fun with Death's Door in terms of the combat style. And the voice acting is really good. And I like the music and the artwork and everything. So, anyway. Raji. Unfortunately, I'm speaking over a lot of that really nice voice acting and music. But if I wasn't, yeah, we'd be here all day. Channel numbers. Let's look. As of today, which is January 30th, 146 subscribers. It's up in the last 28 days. Summary for the last 28 days. Views are up. Watch time hours are up. Top videos. Suddenly Kittens. And World Order reaction. And when Santa Claus came and turned on the lights at the town square. I haven't made any new kitten videos, and I haven't done so because I don't know where the kittens are. I still maintain that they've found a good home, because I don't see them outside anymore. Speaking of outside, it is -5 right now, with a projected -11 and a high of +10 today. It's a wonderful, wonderful time of year. It's great to be alive, you know what I'm saying? As it oft is. In the end of January. I feel, for at least where I live, this is the coldest time of year. I know December, a lot of people think December, January. I'm more of a January, February is the worst. There's just a couple weeks there, maybe from about the last week of January till middle February, where it just gets cold. Different kind of cold. The old man talk, but yeah. 146 subscribers is where we're sitting at right now. Got some recent subs from olden times. People who used to be subbed to the old channel who just found the new one, and I appreciate y'all for coming back. Now I can't find them. I tried to save one. I can't find it. Shout out to the viewer who went and watched all of Barnyard Blast, Swine of the Night, and left comments on all that. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the Let's Play. I was really bad at that game. I was really, really bad at that game. And maybe now if I went and played it, I'd only be kind of bad at it, but still wouldn't be good. Would not be good at all. That game's hard. Fun, but hard. It keeps it lighthearted, and that helps. Speaking of videos, we have wrapped up Gun. You may have noticed. Gun's a fun game, except for that last boss fight. I don't care for it very much. But it's happened, it's over, it's done with, and we have started Bastion. the replay of Bastion. Much like the original Let's Play of Bastion, I am not doing any commentary because the game has a narrator, and he's a lot better at it than I am. So if you want some commentary from me from Bastion, I'm sorry, you won't get it. But if you want some gameplay footage from Bastion, and you haven't, for whatever reason, seen the 8,000 other people who have played the game, well, you can watch mine. You know, I hesitate to say you'll find anything special in it, but that's not very out of line with the rest of what I do. If you hear me doing some typing, it's because I am working on a project that I would like to get some input from you, the viewer, on. But before we get to that, let's keep it in order, go through what we got coming on. Bastion's not going to take too terribly long. It should be done, I'm thinking, next week. After that, we have a new replay of Final Fantasy VII. Much like the last one, I'm trying to 100% the whole damn thing. Just get everything absolutely, totally, positively done, so there's no reason we would ever need to go back to it, unless, again, the channel gets taken down. And if that happens, I don't know if I'd come back. Honestly. At this point, I don't know. I probably would, because I enjoy doing this, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Final Fantasy VII is also going to mark the shift in our upload schedule, going from 3 days a week to only 2. So instead of having Let's Plays come out Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, it's just going to be Sunday, Thursday. Streaming will still happen on Monday. Streaming videos will still go up on Wednesday. Which takes us to my question for all y'all. I've got the podcast, the Electric Leftovers podcast, and we are up into our 8th year, and we are in almost 370 episodes, I think. Let me get a number here. We just did 368 the other day, so we're going to pass 400. I don't know why I said 8. We're going to pass 400 episodes for sure this year, no problem. I'm considering putting the show on YouTube. Keeping it a podcast that you can get on any podcast software of your choice, but also moving it over to YouTube. So I've been working on getting some video designed for that, like some visualizer stuff. You know, just something a little different, not just a still image like it used to be. Even though I do really like that picture of the lady with the radio. She was very excited. Old timey Electric Leftovers listeners will know what I'm talking about. So I'm thinking of doing that, and I'm probably going to do that. Though there's a lot to do to get ready for that, because there are not quite 8 years worth of episodes. Some have been lost forever, but I do have bits and pieces of a couple of years that the lost episodes existed in. So here's my question, and I would appreciate some input on this. If you're watching, leave a comment on this if you could, please. I don't know whether I want to put the podcast on this channel or if I want to start one for the podcast. Here's pros and cons. Pros, it's already one channel. It's easy. Everything's here. Everything should be easy to find. That's about it. You know, the structure already exists. Cons, it does mean more uploads for you folks on this channel to have to sift through. And if you're interested in the podcast, I don't think that's a big deal. If you're not interested in the podcast, that could be frustrating and annoying, and I get it. Cons, making the other channel, it's, you know, starting over from scratch, whatever, not a big deal. Pros, if something does happen to this channel with the Final Fantasy stuff, because it was Square Enix, I think it was fake, but I'm gonna go on the assumption that it was not. Square Enix is why the old channel got shut down. So if I have the podcast, audiobook stuff, music, and all that on another channel, and something happens to this one, we don't lose everything. We lose most things, but we don't lose everything. Which leads me to another question. I need to do some more audiobook readings this summer. I'm gonna build me a little sound booth kind of thing. It's not gonna be very complex or complicated. I measured out a design, sketched a design, I guess. I got all the parts, pretty much everything I'm gonna need. I can build one for maybe $75. It's not that big a deal. So that's something I want to consider doing. So more audiobook reading and things like that. Which, if you didn't know, I have some. They're on the Jason's Groove Machine website. And I'm going to do that, maybe some music stuff, because, I do that too. My set list is like 400 something songs. I'm thinking I want to put some of that stuff back on YouTube as well. Problem is, same kind of thing. I don't want to put it on the channel that is, really just dedicated gameplay stuff, unless everybody's on board with it. But I also don't want to put it on here risking it getting lost. But do I build a new channel for each individual thing? Do I build like a gaming channel and an everything else channel? Do I just say, screw it, put everything on the same channel? And all of it being here makes it easier for you guys to find, but it does mean you're going to see more crap from me in your feeds, especially the podcast, because it's going to go up fast when it goes up. I'm working on making the videos for it now, and it'll probably go up 5-10 videos a week, maybe 2 a day, just till we're caught up, which is still going to take 150 days, plus or minus. So I hate flooding your subscription boxes. That's part of the reason I dropped the days that we're going to upload video. So let me know what you think. I appreciate it. Thank you. What's left on my list? That's really it. Numbers going great. Channel, I think, is going pretty well. Streaming, we're still doing the streaming, of course, every Monday. This Monday, which is going to be the 30th, you guys are going to hear this on Wednesday, so you'll see this about the same time as the streaming videos. We are streaming a brand new game called Backbone, having finished Genesis Noir and Toem over the course of the month. So Backbone's going to be the new one we're going to stream. Speaking of Toem, we finished it on the stream, the main game, and I went back to do the completion stuff and the bonus area proper, and that took about 2 hours. Could have been another stream. Had not anticipated it being that long. So I'm going to upload and release those parts for the next couple of Wednesdays till they're all done. Yeah. And let's see, we talked about Bastion, talked about Final Fantasy VII. I'm working on the next game that's going to go up after all these others. We have one after Final Fantasy VII. I'm going to wait and tell you what that is later. I can tell you I am currently working on Mega Man X Command Mission right now. That's going to go up sometime later in the year. After that, I don't know what I'm going to do next. We're getting to the point where it's going to be a lot of RPGs again, and I want to throw 1 or 2 things in there to break that up. So if you got any suggestions, anything that you think I'd enjoy playing, anything you'd like to see me enjoy playing that's a relatively short-ish adventure game, action game, I'm more than happy to hear it and take it into consideration. I'm going to go now. I appreciate you guys hanging out and appreciate you all for subscribing, watching, leaving the comments when you do. It's really great of you. I thank you. And let me know what you think about that whole podcast second channel stuff. I would appreciate your feedback. Thanks very much. Have a great day.
See, my daughter? They are not as strong as you. But beware.